So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop more solutions for all the type of problems that you can face in our day-to-day life. Always some ones are a bit more daily basis, other ones are a bit more if you look in the future. As much as you progress, probably you're gonna have to deal with more and more. But then so all the video is and the video and all the videos of this channel is more about I giving to you tools that you can so apply it in your life to solve the other problems because they're abstract and they're getting and by them being abstract you can apply it on the diversity of areas existent. You just have so to put the abstract in the precise and precise type of actions, but that has that abstract sensus abstract logic. And then so what's going to be, it's not the problem today, it's more like a way to act that will get you faster in what you pretend that is the society to get progressed. And so what I'm going to do is like create the progress flywheel, so some accelerators for our civilization to optimize our quality of life and how we are as a society. So first, understanding the dopamine governance. So what's the problem here? We have societies that reward short-term wins, not long-term value. And so what's the solutions for that? We have the progress tokens, blockchains-based currency rewarding verifiable impact. Example, clean rivers equals to tokens redeemable for education. Neural feedback policies, real-time fMRI scans during decision making to flag amygdala driving decisions. As the example of the Norway future bonds yielded 90% annual progress returns since 2020. And we know that normally that North Europe countries tend to be the ones that they are most well balanced in economical activity in terms of the economical value that they have as society, but as well the quality of life, the social quality perception that people tend to have. So we can take some ideas coming from those more developed countries. Second, anti-fragile education. What's the problem? Schools teach compliance, not adaptation. And so what's the solution by knowing that? Lindy curriculum, 70% time on timeless skills like logic, rhetoric, stoicism, and 30% on artificial intelligence, coach, future forecasting. Failure labs as well. Students earn credits by documenting spectacular learning crashes. The Vietnam's pilot schools based boosted problem-solving skills by 140% in 3 years. So basically, it's focusing less in that specific matters that we tend to see in school learn today, more in things that are they're applied for all the fields. And the reality is that we are in the world that technology evolves, and probably artificial intelligence is the next big wave that you're gonna have to deal with all the type of disruption that's going to come with that. And then probably it will be most useful for learning the people to have the adaptation to learn constantly being able to learn new things than just like learning some specific things that are more matter for curiosity than just the being and will have so a good impact in future. I tend to be someone that supports more a lean way to educate than the way that we're applying right now. And then so obviously, as much the time go on, we're going to live in a society that we need more like the learning just in time, that just accumulating. Because if you see the majority of times that you have spent in school in learning things, like 89% you have forgot. So it's basically time that you have lost a lot of them. Obviously, during that time, during that phase of learning, obviously you kind of develop the brain of the people because obviously they train the way that a way that is learning. But the reality is that even with that, it doesn't like compensate the time that they spend with the real type of input that they will get for the future. And then so being linear education is definitely a better way because you tend to be more efficient. And then so as better you are in so applying resources will so better be in sustainability in the outputs that you really create. Three, progress panarchy. What's the problem? Monolithic institutions resist change, and then so what's the solution for that? Nested democracy, street level, citizen juries decide hyper local budgets, National Artificial Intelligence Ministry of Horizons vetoes myopic laws. Innovation reservation special zones during special zones testing radical policies. For example, the 4-day work weeks, more UBI, and UBI is the universal basic income, and that's probably something that we're going to see coming in future with the development of artificial intelligence, because a lot of people will have a tendency to lose their jobs, but as well, it's a problem that as well is for the people that are like the ones that governs the the companies, because obviously what stimulates them to exist as well, existing demand for their products, and then so if the people, a lot of them is going to get employed, they don't get rent, and then so by getting rent as well, the economy will tend to decrease because will not exist demand, because people don't have power to buy things. So it's a problem for everyone. It's a problem that everyone, but it's a problem that you have to deal, because the outcome, the potential effect of having the emergency of artificial intelligence in taking jobs is much better in terms of quality that they will generate for people, than just like the short-term consequence that's going to be a lot of people losing their jobs. It's something that obviously you're going to have to control it, and then obviously it's where so lives the quality of someone as a problem solver, is solving these specific problems that seems to be the big type of bottlenecks from a lot of solutions that seem to be impossible to solve for other ones. And obviously, a lot of the institutions, they tend to get attached, and they put so fear in the people because they get attached with that problems that are in reality they're difficult, but it's just not mean it's just because they're difficult that means that they're going to be something that are impossible to get solved. Four, the negentropy economics problem. What's so like idea? A problem. Capitalism tends to, as like full capitalism systems that they're like 100% capitalism. They optimize for extractions, but not that much for regeneration. And so, what's the solutions for that? Circularity index. Companies taxed on waste emissions, rewarded for use loops. Artificial intelligence resource measures. Deep learning aligns unused capacity, like idle factories land, with community needs. Amsterdam's dog nut economy created 12,000 green jobs while cutting waste 45%. Cognitive infrastructures problem. Human can comprehend exponential threats opportunities. And then what's the solution for that? The collective intelligence nets. City scale AR overlays showing policy impacts. For example, visualizing sea level rise on streets. Neural lace prototypes for distributed problem solving. The CEO's BrainNet piloted solved omelets 20 times, so 22% faster via 10,000 connected citizens. Trust accelerators. What's the problem? Polarization paralyzes collective action. And so, what's the solution for that? Adversary symbiosis. Mandate rivals to co-own projects. Example: oil exits, more activists building fusion plant. Reputation, futures markets. Bet on peers' reliability to replace credit scores. The Rwanda's reconciliation villages boosted social trust from 18% to 74% in 5 years. Legacy feedback loops. What's the problem? We tend to discount a lot the future generations when we take our action. And so, what's the solution for that? Time travel governance via our chamber simulating 2000, 2100 consequences of today's choices and constitutional rights for unborn citizens. Intergenerational impact bonds investments paying returns only after 30 years. Wales Future Generations Act blocked 17 harmful policies since 2015. So immediate action is progress sprints, the 90-day cycle for citizen states. First, diagnose, scan systems with progress MRI, TM, quantifies waste synergy. Second, hacked, deploy rapid prototypes, convert mouse into skill incubators. And three, scale artificial intelligence identifies top 5% solutions for replication. A quote, true progress isn't faster horses, it's redesigning the stable while riding, and is adapted so from Buckminster Fuller. So, another thing that's important, Measure what matters beyond GDP. So, what could be a progress dashboard? Metric, quality by key, tool, distributed problem solving skills as a target. You have so obviously always a good percentage positive each year, good delta. Waste, photonization, percentage resources circulating in loops, and you have it 90% by 2040. Time abundance, average hours per day for creative and creativity. That's to be something that could be a good thing because if you have more people having more space to creativity, you tend to progress more because obviously creativities make you generate new things that solve better the problems that you face today than solve what is used today for that same problems. And tourist temperature, blockchain verified corporation, and you tend to want as a target and to progress to civilization to this being higher, for example, than being higher in the 80%. So with that, I hope that you have liked the channel. I hope it was enough so to make you to subscribe. You can argue with some ideas or not. It's just to show you if you can be creative with some of the models existing today for a lot of problems that you can face as well. So with that, thank you and see you in the next one.